Welcome to Choppahead TV, an inside look into the world of custom motorcycles and more specifically choppers. I'm your host, Big Truth from Choppahead Custom Cycles and the Big Truth Podcast. This series will be showcasing custom motorcycle builders, shops, and events all around the world. Choppahead's a custom motorcycle shop based in Massachusetts. We've been here for the last 20 years. So on this first episode, we definitely wanted to highlight some more of the New England scene for you.
What's up? We're out here at the Hard Time Show at Ralph's Diner, Worcester, Massachusetts. This is our second annual show. We do it every weekend in July, second weekend of July. It's all about New England and representing where we're from and just showing everybody that we have bikes on the East Coast that you regularly see on the West Coast. So we're all about having a good time and just having a party.
Third year that we've done this in the winter, third annual. Guess we kind of started after being here for about a year and building the shops, getting the wood and metal shop in there and building the moto area in the back. John is one of the original guys to get in here and get his stuff set up with the Easy Company. I guess our vision of the whole thing was to start something in Central Mass that we saw was lacking, something that we wish was around before we did something like this. You know, that there was somewhere that we could kind of get a bunch of people together and do some fun stuff.
When we created the new tradition show, I guess our interest was sort of not to highlight any specific type of bike. We wanted British, American, Japanese, vintage, newer stuff. I don't know, just to sort of create a community for anyone who's interested in motorcycles and whatever you might be into. Hopefully we have a little something for everyone.
Yeah. And there's a lot of talented dudes up in the Northeast that sometimes get overlooked, so it's also a spot where some guys can have a show where they can bring their bike that they built in their garage or in their small shops or something like that, and it just showcases everybody that is up here and, you know, showcases the talent that exists in the Northeast as far as custom bikes are concerned. So it's just a cool event that we just wanted to put on for everybody in the area that we didn't think existed out towards Worcester. So
I think we just wanted to try to do something in the midst of winter to get people out of their garages. You know, a lot of people just in the middle of the winter will be locked in their garage trying to get a bike ready for next season, and you know, there'll be a really very small handful of people that they have any kind of interaction with. I thought it would be a fun thing, and we all thought it would be a fun thing since all three of us have been involved in the show for all 3 years pretty heavily. You know, we're pretty much the only three that kind of put all the efforts together to make this come together. So we thought it was important to get people out of their garages and get people, you know, around each other just in the middle of the winter so that, you know, you didn't go so stir crazy in your own place.
My name's Andrew Bonville from Cushnet, Massachusetts. And this is my 2002 883 Sportster. I built it at my house. I got a little shop set up over there. Took me about 6 months to build it. I picked it up from a friend of mine. The bike was dead stock, and it had real low miles on it. Thing was super clean. Needed some quick cash, so I picked it up cheap. And I did everything you see here. I got a bare knuckle Choppers, well-done hardtail. It's got a lowbrow gas tank on it. And I added that spine on it. See here on the fender too. It's got a DNA Springer front end. The wheels are they're up like a late 90s Softail. And well, the hubs are. And I got some 19-inch hoops and laced them up. Yeah, the pipes I made myself. I made them out of like some old pipes I had hanging around, you know, and I cut the angles I needed and welded them together and like ground the weld smooth and just painted them black. Pretty easy stuff to do. I made like all these fender braces and stuff. That's just like square stock that I buy at the steel yard. I got this old friction shock at a swap meet, and I rigged it up on that. I just had to drill some holes like in the front bar there and welded up some mounts up top. I did all the paint work myself. I didn't clear coat it or nothing, it's just a PPG base coat, and I put a little hardener in it so it's a little more durable. I didn't want like a real shiny finish on it. My dad had a 42 WLA when I was a kid that I used to ride on, and you know, I just always loved that bike, and I couldn't really afford one of those, so I built this thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a G.I. Joe thing, you know, like when you're a kid.